Good morning. Welcome back to News 6 Saturday morning. Well, it's time for the kids to go back to school, and obviously they're going to have a whole lot of things to carry with them. Well, one of the things you have to really be careful of is taking the time, the preparation, make sure that they may not cause a health problem later on. Well, I have my pal Dr. Douglas Ambrose from the South Richmond Chiropractic and Acupuncture, which he showed us last time. How you doing, Doug?
Good to be back. Thanks, Bud.
I know the kids are using backpacks. Now, this could be a real issue, isn't it? What should we look for as a parent in preparing for a backpack situation?
The ACA, the American Chiropractic Association, came out with guidelines for backpacks because of the increase that we're seeing in back-related problems from kids carrying backpacks and backpacks that are too heavy. There's 5 basic things we want to look out for that are very important.
Okay, let's start off with, obviously, I would say weight.
Weight, very important.
Okay.
Kids today are carrying backpacks up to 40 pounds, and that's too much for a kid that's 85, 100 pounds.
Well, what's the rule of thumb? What should they be using?
They should look for anything from 5 to 10% of their body weight. So an 85-pound kid, for instance, shouldn't be carrying a backpack more than 8.5 pounds.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, also, as far as the weight distribution on this, I know you can't do much, but you really should try to keep it equally balanced, I would think.
Well, that's pretty important. You should keep both straps on. A lot of kids will have a tendency to put one strap over the shoulder, and that can exacerbate spinal problems or cause problems in and of themselves.
Okay, well, let's take a look at one of these backpacks that you got here.
Something else I wanted to show that's important with them is the straps.
Okay.
This is actually a hiking backpack. We probably wouldn't use this for school, but the importance here is the width and the size of the straps.
Okay,
and that's
I've got to
very
show you.
good.
I brought one of my boys' backpacks, so we can see that. Okay, these are a little too thin then.
Probably a little too thin on that, and this is, depending on the size of your son, probably a little bit too heavy for him. If you've got 3 or 4 books in there, that's probably too much.
Okay.
Might want to look to get handbooks or something to bring home if the teachers can accommodate you in that capacity. So.
Okay, so the straps are important, and the weight. What else do we need to look for?
Another thing we want to look for is we don't want the backpack hanging too low. So the guideline there, and write this down, is if it's more than 4 inches below the belt line, then that's dangerous. What it's going to do is cause the child to lean forward to carry it and create spinal imbalance when they do that.
That's enough of the imagination. Keith, come here. All right, Keith, show us now. How's it properly strapped on here?
Okay, we've got 2 straps. This is common sense that we want to use both straps pretty much.
Very important
here. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And then, as you can see, it's about 1 inch or 2 below the waist, but not too far that he's going to carry forward. So therefore, his shoulders are doing the bulk of the work rather than his back.
Okay. All right.
Very important thing.
Yeah, we were just talking, I said, well, probably at the start of school, everybody's always hurrying and hustling, you're going to have a lot of issues, but really, you won't start seeing this until later.
Right. More closer to the November and December, we start seeing, after 3 or 4 months of kids carrying these backpacks in the wrong way, is when we're going to start to see more of the problems in our offices, for instance.
Okay.
Okay.
So, again, the size, the weight, the straps, the balance, and anything else?
Most of the guidelines that I've just given you can find from the acatoday.com website, which is the American Chiropractic Association, and October Spinal Health Month, so they're going to be talking about that coming up in October a lot more, and so that's about it.
Dr. Doug, you did a good job. Thank you much. Keith, you did a good job. Smile. Everybody in the state of Virginia right here. You guys be careful going back to school. Now, coming up in the second hour, I'm going to show you a very, very powerful and cool, the hippest CD player on the face of the earth.